It is Sunday and I'm in another state. Let me make sure my volume is up. I'm in Mesa, Arizona. I took a lovely fast flight out of Provo, Utah, and here I am today. Amazing the blessings and the technology that we have that allows to make such amazing changes in just minutes. And as I was flying through the sky, a lot of feelings of flying. I actually, one moment, I just closed my eyes and imagined myself as a bird. What would it feel like? And I just tried to feel, the gliding of the plane, the changing of the pull and the turbulence and just all that stuff. And it was kind of cool. And so it kind of helped me decide the deck that I chose today. And it's a different deck, and it's a deck that I probably, on a very rare occasion, will use. But it's beautiful in its own way. I never have been a dragon person. I haven't really understood dragons. They're very mystical. They're very kind of a different perspective, but the messages are beautiful. So, and I love Diane Cooper. Diana Cooper. One of my first card decks that I owned was an angel card deck from Diana Cooper. Most beautiful. Love, love, love. And so much thought and inspiration goes into the meanings of the cards. So, and if you'll notice, this is what I left behind me, this fiery inferno. And that's what I felt like in Utah. And so I thought, I'm going to use the Dragon deck. Amazing, the card that I pulled is the desire of my heart, not what's happening, is the Green Dragon. And for some of you, yesterday, I took a moment. I drove up. I used to have a home in Salem area, and I hike the Grotto up Payson Canyon every year. It's tradition for me. It's this beautiful trail, the Grotto Trail, and it leads up to a beautiful waterfall. And I also go up and love to go around the lakes, walk around the lakes, and they're pretty much gone. They're burnt. And I had such sadness. Before I flew out, I wanted to just go say goodbye, and to the animals, and to the land, and to the green, the trees. And I did a quick little live broadcast. And as I listened to it, the backdraft, the wind that was being created because of the fire was gusty and so strong that it was very difficult for you to hear anything. I heard a few things, so I deleted it. I did see a few people tap in, but I took that off. And so I wanted to just say a few things about that, is that I wanted to share that experience. A lot of people only see in the distance just this wall of white. But all around me, people I knew that were living up there are now relocating, either with family, friends, or they've even got places set up for people to go. And you know, it's you hear that conversation. We've been very fortunate in Utah to not have disaster, and it happens all around us on a regular basis. But we're usually not. We're usually a part of the solution, not the problem. And we can create humanitarian acts and gifts and things to send to those places. And I know people who have gone and actually aided in those situations, but this is one of the times when it's up for us, and everybody, nobody's immune from disaster. It can happen to anybody anytime, and it doesn't have to be huge. I mean, it can be, you can have a fender bender and be out of your vehicle, which makes it so you can't drive to work, which can create your own frontline disaster. You can have an appendicitis attack, which can then create a physical and a financial disaster. You can lose a job, anything. We have these little disasters, but this is a big one. And it affected Mother Earth, it affected our animals, it affected the air. Every element was involved in this disaster. Earth was being burned by the element of fire. The air was so, I mean, we couldn't breathe. There is soot on the cars. And water is what they're using from the lake to create, a water line and to put the fire out, which is just, it's impossible. So far, not so good. Anyway, every element is being used in this fire, and I thought this speaks way more information than what we're receiving. So I felt like I wanted to use this dragon deck. And I love that I got the green dragon. And it says, its basic little tagline here, and I'll read a little bit more about it, is, and by the way, get your cup, get your refreshment. Rev yourself up for the day. The green dragon helps you to tune into the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. That's just a little itty bitty message. And I just thought, nature unlocks a lot of messages that we don't ever take time to notice. First of all, in a forest, in order for a forest to totally regenerate, often it takes the heat of a fire to open up the cones that then drop the seed that then allow regeneration. Now, I probably don't, if someone that really is a biologist and knows the facts will probably go, oh, silly woman, she knows nothing. And that's true. I only know a little. But I do know that the total scourging creates a new blanket of land for something new to be created. And that which we have is now a memory. It's only a memory. And a lot of people will maybe, if you aren't raised with the idea of past lives, you start that and you start talking about that, and people that haven't had that conditioning or belief system might freak out. However, we just walked into a past life with this fire. I mean, it doesn't have to be before your birth. Depending on your age, look back and think, how many past lives have you experienced? Childhood. If you moved around and moved from school to school to school, you could have experienced many lifetimes in each school. Puberty, teenage years, young adult years, adult, and the wisdom years. How many lifetimes do we live in a life? So think about those things. Sometimes I just want to provoke in you a school of thought. So here we have Green Dragon, and what they say here, and this is just really a fun mystical book, but it is just so full of wonderful, beautiful guidance. Now, this is what it says, and I'm going to read it, and I may just leave out a few words. just to kind of shorten it down. All answers lie within nature, and every single thing we need while on earth is provided for us in the natural world. Okay, that's huge. If I read nothing else, that's huge. Everything we need is provided in the natural world. We need, maybe not want, gotta have, blah, blah, blah. Everything we need is provided in the natural earth. Fifth dimensional green dragons touches our psychic center, our mind, and helps us to tune in to the sacred geometry in the trunks of trees, the petals of flower, the shells of snails, and everywhere in the kingdom. Everywhere in the kingdom. Now, I was looking around me. Oh my goodness, it's all around. And I don't want to dishonor. I was looking to see if there was a flower that had dropped. There isn't, and I don't want to pick one off. I always say if the flower's head is bowing, then I can pick it. It's ready to go. Look at a flower. Go to the nearest plant. Look at it. Investigate it. What shape is it? This is called sacred geometry. These geometrical shapes hold the patterns of life, the patterns of creation. They follow a master plan. They've been planned out. Everything has been thought out so that it can reproduce and it can recreate. And it has a different purpose and a different vibration and a different tone. And they all do different things. So notice the geometry in the tree trunks and in the flowers and in everything. It's there and it speaks. These are the keys and the codes that bring us to bring us in tune with our divine essence. When we are fully aligned with our fifth dimensional blueprint, our higher blueprint, we are automatically whole and healed. When we are truly in tune with that sacred geometry, with that equation of perfection, we can be healed. Our sickness can go away. The nature kingdom is a magical place in which all the answers are there held for us. The luminous green dragon helps us to read these answers. Notice that there's a key that dragon is coiled around. And so, if we will sit quiet and ask, we can get guidance. The response may come to you consciously or unconsciously. So accept that something important is about to be activated within you, whether you are aware of it or not. So as you sit in nature and as you ask questions and as you ask for assistance, and whether you call upon dragon or angels or spirit guides or whatever, ask for the sacred geometry, equations, or answers to nature to be open to you. And then be aware. Awareness is what opens us up. The response may come to you consciously or unconsciously, so accept that something important is activated in you, whether you are aware or not. You may feel the need to walk somewhere particular. If so, do it. Follow your impulses, for the green dragon will be guiding you. Keep your eyes and ears open, for the answer may come through trees, birds, insects, animals of something or something entirely different. The green dragon will guide you and direct you to the answer that you need. This is a call for you to have deep trust and understanding that the divine plan is perfect. So, as I have left this burning inferno, and regardless of the reasons of how or why it's happened, I need to trust that there is a divine purpose, and that in it not all is lost, that something new is being created. Some of the things I just see spontaneously that are being created are an, an uprising of compassion and concern. We're being called to assist each other, pulling together, listening for the real needs, providing, giving up of our own to provide for another. I think that we're praying more. We're asking for intervention from the divine to guide and help and protect the homes, the animals, the air. You know, all disaster is not always, there's a good side of it. There is a beautiful part of it. And then even deeper, we can think and find an even more spiritual, deeper answer. Each of you will have to do that and find your own answer. And I love the thought of the canyons and the mountains and everything rebirthing. It may take a while. It will be, we'll have to walk in that rubble for a while. And sometimes we have to walk in rubble to appreciate and remember the beauty that we have and not take it for granted. So love the earth today while you walk on her. As you sit on the lawn, give gratitude to Mother Earth, to the very heartbeat of Mother Earth that you align with because you stand or sit on her every day. Align. Communicate with the divine. Feel. Get the messages that are meant to come to us through nature. Have compassion for the animals that we were seeing many pictures of just animals that are singed to the bone. We hear stories of cougars and things running through the backyards. They're frantic. They're fleeing from their homes too. Most of them are not making it. Let's give gratitude and thanks for all the beauty that we enjoy every day, because there's no guarantee that it will be there tomorrow. So think green. Imagine a beautiful beginning, because this fire has brought a pretty tragic ending. But also in it, let's find the beauty. Let's find the reason. Let's find the spiritual message and the divine message that is meant for us to have and to know. All right, my friends, I love you. Thank you for tapping in to the Soulful Guild. Please like, share, comment, and if you desire a reading, session, energy session, balancing of chakras, any type of energetic healing, medical intuitive work, please pop me an email or a note, message me, get a hold of me. This is my gig. It's what I do, and I love it. So, cup of glow to you, and have a beautiful day.